Hi, my name's Sasha Frost and I play the character of Carmel.
My name's Duncan McInnes, and I play Tegsy.
My name's Lud Bonin and I played Jordan.
My name is Jack Shalou and I played Charlie.
My character is the class geek. He doesn't really connect with anyone, he's very shy, very reclusive, so he's automatically pigeonholed as the gay character.
She's sort of the pretty, popular girl who is questioning her sexuality.
Jordan is basically the kind of, I won't say tough guy, but it's kind of like the kind of Lone Ranger guy. He's really supportive to Tegsy because he keeps getting bullied and he doesn't like that at all. As tough as he is, he's actually quite insecure and quite reserved, but his strength comes out in other ways. Charlie
is quite an interesting character because he's best friends with Isaac and Ryan, who are the two bullies of the film, and Charlie's character is a bit sort of blasé about the whole situation. He's kind of bullying because it's kind of funny and fun and he's a bit immature. But when it comes down to the crunch, he's the one of the two friends that accepts his friend for being gay.
Well, it follows the lives of 6 students plus 1 teacher, going from being closed-minded to being aware of other people's pain and the way the world lies, really, basically. It was created as an education initiative initially for as a piece of theatre.
We both were in the play,
yeah,
and we both did it for 3 tours.
Started out at the Contact, didn't it? In
Manchester,
yeah,
we workshopped it originally at
with
the Contact
no script.
Theatre.
It was done. It was the first showing was an open rehearsal with about 6 pages of script. Yeah. I think it was something like that, and a basic plotline and storyline. We got feedback from general funding bodies, general people in the area, and teachers, crucially, came in to watch the performance, and it's just grown from there, really.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that we got back feedback from the kids that we met has filtered through into the film. Rikki was very sure straight from the beginning that he was going to write a great script that wasn't going to patronise children or, you know, filter anything. Obviously no bad language, but it was going to, you know, he starts with a great script, and then we worked really hard to make a show that could exist in its own right. It wasn't just something that was going into schools, but it was something that would engage them and get them talking, and so to have any reaction was a good thing. You know, even though it was quite hard as an actor to have kind of, because I played the gay character, so when there's a moment when I kiss Lee in the stage version where, you know, you had like, I don't know, 300 kids screaming and their disgust at you, and you're kind of like, oh my God, I have to stop. You said we had to kind of stop the action for about 5 minutes until it all died down, because I guess they're not used to seeing that, and it's, you know, it's kind of scary, and it's just sort of this crowd mentality of outrage.
It's an age on stage, isn't it? When you're waiting for that to die down, you get really frustrated. Day after day, you get the same, almost the same reactions from different schools. That
was really challenging, but it was really useful because I think a lot of it stemmed how Carmel ended up in the movie. So I'd feel all that hostility and be like, oh my God, this is like 2 hours. So imagine living my whole life with feeling that negativity at you just because of who you are. So I think that fed into our characters and how they developed for the film.
There's a bit in the play where Lud's character and Ryan, the other character, almost kiss, and all he does is kiss him on the hat in the end, but they just could not handle it. Like, they would go crazy. We'd often have to just really stop the play for quite a long time.
Schools have been really good at dealing with racism and other things. They haven't really looked at, I don't think, enough homosexuality and that type of bullying. No. Because lots of kids obviously are being bullied because they're gay, but they're also being bullied because they look gay. They might not be, but it's still happening, you know, across the board.
Not just for kids, I think for teachers as well. I mean, up until now, there's not really been a manual for teachers to deal with this particular subject. And I think it's important for teachers to be able to look at it from an objective point of view as well, and have the tools to deal with it should that situation arise, and it is arising.
And also, I guess for the parents, because there was a lot of uproar about the show even going into schools, because the parents were like, we don't want to encourage our kids into, you know, lead them down the wrong path. Anyone knows it's not a choice for sexuality. You are what you are. It's so important that it's allowed, the film's allowed to be taken into schools and shown and discussed and talked about, because kids are dealing with their sexuality, whether the parents like it or not. you know, it's happening.
A lot of the schools that responded to us going in and talking to them, or just showing the play, responded with I believe they said there are no gay children in our school, which was you know, either they're not opening up to the fact that there are, or they just really don't want to deal with it and see that in their school.
And it's much broader than just sexuality. It's
Yeah.
having an acceptance of everyone, regardless of their colour, their class, their sexuality, anything. It's just about being a decent human being and accepting everyone as they are, which, you know, we can all learn from, I think.
Yeah.
We're basically saying open your mind and have your own view about things. So even if you don't agree with certain things, it doesn't mean you have to be violent or bully someone. You can just say, that's not my opinion. I'll move on, you move on, but let's talk about something else. So I think that's the kind of overriding message.
And I've had a ton of messages from Facebook from kids and stuff, and they've just been like, just completely emotional and just really open and honest, and it just sort of makes it all worthwhile, because you're like, wow, it's, even if no one ever gets to see it from here on, you know, it's helped those children now. They're seeing it and they're feeling, oh, actually, other people are going through this. It's not just me, and there's a way out of it. I don't have to go through all this suffering. So that's been really, really special. I just think it's so important to produce plays and films like this, because they exist in their own right. I think it'd be ridiculous if people didn't continue to support projects like this.